Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Stacy and I'm so happy to see you here today. If you are new to the channel, first of all, welcome. And second of all, if you're wondering what we are doing in my corner of the internet, I am on a journey of listening to songs, bands, and artists I've never heard before. And today we're listening to someone completely new to me named Gordon Lightfoot. And we're listening to a song called The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. I don't know anything about Gordon Lightfoot, nor do I know anything about this song or what the Edmund Fitzgerald is. So I'm excited to dive into a new artist today and see what it's all about. So before I begin the reaction, you guys, if you like my content and want to join me on my musical journey of discovery, please be sure to like and share the video as well as subscribe to the channel, as it really helps growing content creators like me. So without further ado, let's get into the reaction. Alrighty, you guys, this is The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald by Gordon Lightfoot. Let's get started. It's a boat? Ship?
The legend lives on from the Chippewa on down of the big lake they call Gitchagumi. The lake, it is said, never gives up her dead when the skies of November turn gloomy. With a load of iron ore, 26,000 tons more than the Edmund Fitzgerald weighed empty. That good ship and true was a bone to be chewed when the gales of November came early. The ship was the pride of the American side, coming back from some mill in Wisconsin. As the big freighters go, it was bigger than most, with a crew and good captain well seasoned, concluding some terms with a couple of steel firms when they left fully loaded for Cleveland. Then later that night when the ship's bell rang, could it be the north wind they'd been feeling?
Wow. I'm gonna pause real fast because we're already 2 minutes into the song. I'm already sucked into this story. Wow, this is amazing storytelling. It honestly, from the very beginning, this was my first initial thought once I heard Gordon singing, was that this sounds like a sea shanty in a way. Maybe not entirely, but it reminded me of the same cadence that a sea shanty may have. Just the way that he's singing and the way the guitar is going is just kind of in the same vein. Not entirely, but a little bit. At least that was my first initial thought. But I'm loving this style of singing. It's very folky in a way, just the way he's telling these stories. It makes me feel like I'm surrounded by people and we have a campfire in the middle and it's a cozy, chilly night and he's telling us the story of this tale of Edmund Fitzgerald. It's so interesting how just within a couple minutes, I feel like I'm transported to a different place and I'm sucked into this tale of this ship. I'm very curious to see how this continues on, so let's go.
The wind in the wires made a tattletale sound and the wave broke over the railing. And every man knew, as the captain did too, 'twas the witch of November come stealing. The dawn came late and the breakfast had to wait when the gales of November came slashing. When afternoon came, it was freezing rain in the face of a hurricane west wind. When supper time came, the old cook came on deck saying, "Fellas, it's too rough to feed you." At 7 p.m. a main hatchway caved in. He said, "Fellas, it's been good to know ya." The captain wired in, he had water coming in, and the good ship and crew was in peril. And later that night, when his lights went out of sight, came the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Does anyone know where the love of God goes when the waves turn the minutes to hours? The searchers all say they'd have made Whitefish Bay if they'd put 15 more miles behind her. They might have split up or they might have capsized. They may have broke deep and took water. All that remains is the faces and the names of the wives and the sons and the daughters. Lake Huron rolls, Superior sings in the rooms of her ice-water mansion. Old Michigan steams like a young man's dreams. The islands and bays are for sportsmen. And farther
I'm going to pause one more time before the song finishes. Oh, this is a heartbreaking tell. My gosh. But it is sung and told so beautifully, if I do say so myself. I'm very impressed with the storytelling here. It's just gorgeous, yet so sad and haunting. I feel like you can picture everything that Gordon is talking about between the crewmen and the ship wrecking, the waves coming in, the ship taking water, all of that. You could just see the chaos, but in a way, his music and his singing just kind of calm you down in a way. I don't know. It's such an interesting experience to hear a story like this. It's beautiful and just gorgeously sung. Everything is just stunning about it. But whew, is my heart heavy. All right, let's finish the song.
For sportsmen, and farther below Lake Ontario takes in what Lake Erie can send her. The iron boats go, as the mariners all know, with the gales of November remembered. In a musty old hall in Detroit they prayed in the Maritime Sailors' Cathedral. The church bell chimed till it rang 29 times for each man on the Edmund Fitzgerald. And the legend lives on from the Chippewa on down of the big lake they call Gitchagumi. Superior, they said, never gives up her dead when the gales of November come early.
I immediately want to look up more information about this wreck and the people and everything. But you know, you guys, I just came back, a few months ago. I was in the Netherlands for TwitchCon Rotterdam. And I went on a tour to go to the surrounding areas of Amsterdam. And I can't remember the town name, but there was this town the tour stopped at. And similar to this story, there was this monument right next to this lake. It used to be a part of the ocean, but now it is a lake because they, built a dam and now they call it a lake. And I'm sorry, the names I don't quite remember, but I will always remember standing at that memorial and seeing all the names of all the fishermen or just all the people that have died from being out on the lake, whether they died from drowning or the shipwrecking or storms or whatever. There was just a whole wall of victims of the lake. And my mind was thinking about that as I was listening to this song. And it's just so crazy as you look out on this beautiful lake, how deadly it could be and how many lives it has taken. It's just mind-boggling to me. So the wreck of Edmund Fitzgerald and all the victims on it will never be forgotten, especially when a song like this is heard, and it's unforgettable to say the least, with the lyrics, with the tale, all of it. And the way Gordon composed it and sung it, it's hard to forget a song like this. It's just very impactful, very beautiful, yet so haunting. So the Edmund Fitzgerald was a United States cargo ship that sank in the Great Lakes on November 10th, 1975, with a crew of 29 men dying in the process. It disappeared during a violent November storm on Lake Superior after taking on water and sustaining radar damage. The exact cause of the sinking remains debated, with theories including hull failure due to the ship's design, structural problems, or flooding from damaged hatch covers, though its sinking is memorialized in popular culture and song. So this happened in 1975. Not that long ago, I've never heard of the Edmund Fitzgerald until this song. So as a history buff, of course, I got to look more into it. I'm always interested in learning more about anything in regards to history. And the Edmund Fitzgerald is definitely a really sad story, to say the least. But I am glad Gordon Lightfoot decided to tell its story. I wonder why he decided to tell its story. I wonder if he knew someone on the ship, if he is from the Great Lakes areas, or what. I'm not entirely sure, but regardless, he's a magnificent storyteller. He was able to convey the sadness of this story, as well as the devastation of the story. His voice is very lighthearted and lovely to listen to. But I think what really held the emotion was the guitar, the way the guitar was able to break up the lyrics and kind of gave us space to absorb what Gordon just said and what the story was saying. I really liked it. It was spaced out perfectly. I thought it was magnificent pacing. Besides the story, there were a lot of amazing lyrics. I think one of my favorite lyrics said something along the lines of, "Do you know where God goes when the waves turn from minutes to hours?" It went something along those lines. That verse was beautifully written, because whenever you are in a situation like being underwater and having some trouble in the water, those seconds turn into minutes and those minutes turn into hours, and it's just a terrifying situation. And that line alone conveys everything. It just was such a perfect verse, and it's something very remarkable and noteworthy. This is also my first impression of Gordon Lightfoot, and my goodness, I really like his voice. I like his presentation of this song. And it makes me very curious to see what his other music and songs are like, if they're all in this fashion, or if this was just kind of a one-off thing. I'm honestly hoping that a lot of his songs kind of hold this similar style, because it is storytelling. It does make you think. It makes you learn history on top of that. And I absolutely adore bands and artists that incorporate history and historical moments into their songs. So yeah, I want to learn more about him. I want to learn more about this event, especially just because I am a very curious person. I And that's one of the reasons why I love history. Just having that natural curiosity, I can't help but want to learn more about certain events and people and things like that. So this definitely piqued my interest. It's something I've never heard about before. And I'm so happy you guys told me to react to this song because, yeah, without it, I would have never known about this event. It's so amazing how powerful music can be, because it not only keeps certain stories and events from the past alive, but it also keeps the memories of those who have passed away alive as well. So I'm very glad I learned about this today. It is a very sad story, and I'm leaving this reaction with a heavy heart. But regardless, I am happy to have learned more about the Edmund Fitzgerald today. And it also inspires me to do my own research about the event and dive deeper into the topic. So I gotta thank Gordon Lightfoot for that, for sure. This was an experience, to say the least. And I really enjoyed this sort of song. I enjoy this style a lot. It's kind of folkish a little bit. And again, it did remind me of a sea shanty in a way. So yeah, if there are more songs like this, let me know, guys. I'm all for it. So I think that will do for today's reaction. Thank you all again so much for watching. If you guys like this video, please be sure to like the video as well as subscribe to the channel, as it really helps growing content creators like me. If you guys are interested in some of my other content or wish to support me in alternative ways, please be sure to check out the links in the description box. If you guys are interested in seeing me live on Twitch, I'm live right now at twitch.tv/StaceyRPG, where you can see moments like this. And this is my best corn freak on a leash impression. Okay, ready? The link to my Twitch is also in the description box. And if you have any say on what I should react to next, please be sure to sound off in the comments or join the Discord. I'm in the Discord all the time, chatting with you guys and getting to know you guys on a deeper level. So join the Discord if you are so inclined. And last but not least, you guys, I want to give a huge shout out to my patrons. Thank you, patrons, so much for your contributions to my channel. You guys are the best, and I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you for all you do for me and my channel. And if you wish to become a Patreon member yourself, please be sure to check out the Patreon link in the description box. Thank you all again for being here, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.